All right, today we're exploring a project that's totally flipping the script on hands-on education. We're going to send students on a mission to Mars. But, without them ever leaving the classroom. It's this incredible journey that mashes up the virtual world with the physical one. So let's get into it. So you might think a huge, groundbreaking idea like this would start in some high-tech lab or a stuffy university boardroom, right? Well, not exactly. It turns out, sometimes the most ambitious ideas start with the simplest things. In this case, a text message. Just 2 words and a friendly wave emoji were enough to spark a mission to another planet. Kinda wild. And that simple message grew into this, a full-blown mission to Mars. The whole idea is to take two completely different worlds, the virtual and the physical, and smash them together into one single learning experience. Let's dig into how they actually pull that off. So what is the Mars mission really? Well, at its core, it's an educational project that combines the totally immersive world of virtual reality with the very real, tangible problem-solving of robotics. It literally takes students from a digital simulation of space right into a hands-on engineering challenge here on Earth. Okay, so the whole mission kicks off with part 1, the virtual dream. This first step is all about getting lost in the experience, about feeling like you're actually stepping onto another planet. I want you to just imagine this. You put on a VR headset, and boom, you're not in a classroom anymore. First, you're floating in space, and then, a moment later, you're actually standing on the red, dusty surface of Mars. This isn't just some video game. It's a gut-level experience. It's designed to give students this really powerful, visual understanding of the mission before they ever have to touch a robot. And that's really the whole point of this first phase. It's all about letting students see the mission before they have to do the mission. It builds this super important foundation of excitement and context, and it gives them a crystal clear mental picture of the challenge they're about to face. So once you've been to Mars, what's next? Well, that takes us to part 2, where we shift from the virtual dream to the robotic reality. This is where we bring that huge, epic vision of Mars right back down to Earth. So after that amazing VR trip, students head over to the robotics lab, where the challenge gets very, very real. First, they actually build a physical Mars course. Then comes the hard part. They have to code a Lego EV3 robot to navigate that course, steering it around obstacles just like a real rover on Mars would have to do. Now, the tools for this task are pretty cool. They use the Lego EV3 robot, which is super versatile, and they get a choice for coding. They can use Python if they want to get into text-based programming, or they can use the Visual EV3 block language, which is great for beginners. But no matter how they do it, the mission is the same. Get that rover safely across the makeshift Martian landscape. So we've got the virtual world and the physical challenge. But, the real magic, the secret sauce, happens when these two worlds actually connect. This is where the learning goes from interesting to, to truly profound. And this slide right here, this is the aha moment of the whole thing. See the VR part? That gives you the experience, the vision. It answers the big why. Why are we doing this? Then the robotics part comes in and provides the real-world application. It answers the how. How do we actually solve this problem? One part gives you the dream, the other gives you the tools to build it. This quote from the project creators just nails it. The goal isn't just to have two separate, cool activities. It's to create a smooth, connected experience. The link couldn't be more direct. What the students see in the virtual world is exactly what they get to try and build in the real world. That connection is everything.
Okay, so let's zoom out for a second and look at the ultimate goal here. Why does a project like this even matter for the bigger picture? For the future of how we teach and learn? Well, the project has a few specific goals, like creating a more structured and impressive session for visiting schools. But honestly, the most important outcome they're aiming for is to make learning way more engaging by getting students to move from just passively listening to actively doing.
This whole Mars mission is so much more than just one cool project. It's like a blueprint. It's proof that we can actually connect virtual inspiration with real-world action. And that leaves us with a pretty big question, doesn't it? If we can do this for a mission to Mars, what's the next frontier? What other massive, complex ideas can we bring to life with this kind of model? Something to think about.